Thank you.
Really quickly, how many minutes?
For speech evaluator, each of them get 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. As the general evaluator, I have my role has three parts. And first of all, I will invite each individual evaluators to give evaluation to the prepared speakers. And then I will call our functional roles to give their reports. And at last, depending on how much we have, I will say a few words about our meeting in general. With that, please join me in welcoming our first evaluator, Dan, and who will be evaluating the first prepared speaker, Iris. Let's welcome Dan.
Okay.
Great.
It's good to be welcome. Let's see. I want to spend a few moments covering the subject of Iris's speech, and I also want to talk about her display or her physical presentation. And I thought it was quite good. I like the thing I liked about Iris's presentation is that her style is basically relaxed and mostly conversational. And so I think that is I don't know, helpful, because the subject matter, Social Security, is just mind-boggling, and so there's a contrast between her style and the core of her coverage. But I think that makes a difference in the way she approaches it, because you again, you have a conversational and easygoing approach to the material. I thought it was good that she started with a visual cue, almost the three-leg stool, and the let's see, I think she pointed out there was Social Security, pension, and personal savings in those three. And then she quoted someone, I don't remember who, but I think I don't remember who it was, but she said things have changed dramatically from how they started. I think how Social Security started, really, because we've gone from a function where I think the ratio of input to output in terms of the financial material is something like 42 to 1 versus 3 to 1. So she has to deal with that. But I want to cover one thing, because the posted purpose, or the posted purpose of her speech was the nonverbal communication versus the verbal communication. And I thought she did a good job of both, because again, her style is conversational and informative, and I didn't get a sense that her hand gestures, for instance, got in the way of her material. So I thought that was good. And I don't think there's anything else I could really materially criticize right now. So basically, I thought the speech was good. It would encourage her to do more, because I think there's a desire on the audience's behalf to hear more. So we'll look forward to that when we can. Okay.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much.
Yep.
You're always very positive. All right, next, let's welcome our second evaluator, Brad. Brad will be evaluating our second prepared speaker, June. Brad, the floor is yours.
June, great speech. I think the purpose of the speech was to provide a public relations strategy, well organized, informative, yada yada. You nailed it. You did all the things. You told us plenty of information. I love the idea of picking a movie as your topic of your speech. or as the focal point of the public relations campaign, because I think we've all had that moment where we're walking out of a movie like, man, I'd love to promote this movie in some way or another. I think you had great organization. You started out with the opening. You started out with a personal anecdote. You said, my daughter and I saw this movie. I honestly could have heard a little bit more about that interaction. Like, what was it about the movie that spoke to you? What did you walk out of the movie feeling? That kind of thing. I think that was a great way to start it out, is to get us right invested right away. You the content of the speech, you identified, some goals and some targets. You gave us structure the whole way through, so we knew sort of where we were and what you were talking about. It was great. You provided a lot of ideas, to promote this film. I think you probably could have picked a couple of them or narrowed it down to a few and given us a little bit more information, a little bit more detail about those specific campaigns. I think you mentioned that the Sight movie, which I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I don't really know what it's about, but you said there's a Chinese immigrant experience component, and you mentioned partnering with cultural organizations. I think that sounds really interesting. I think I could have really been interested in hearing more about that. I especially liked how you. I also liked how you thought about the fact that you need to measure success. How is this campaign going? And you look at the ticket sales, but you thought that through. I loved it. You're very engaging. Piqued my interest with the movie and how to promote that. Like I said, it's something we've all kind of had personal experience with. You also used the word of the day, which is way to bob and weave, adapt on the fly. Yeah, a couple of the regular criteria. Eye contact, it looked like you were maybe like looking at notes. I'm not really sure it's Zoom, so it's weird. Like, it's hard to look at the camera, where it's just a dot. But eye contact's a measure, so I mean, you can always try to look at that, put the notes a little closer to the camera. Gestures, again, tough on Zoom, but if you can get a little bit more hand wavy, I think that would help with the engagement. And I'm at the red light, so yeah, overall, great speech. Hit all the things you need to do, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Brad. Very positive. All right, and at this point, I would like to call our supporting team and to give their report. So first of all, let's invite our counter today. Our counter is Mark. Let's welcome Mark.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Well, in our counting contest today, we had two people neck and neck, but Dan was able to eke out the win at the end. Way to go, Dan. So my suggestion would be, for those of you that are speakers, since we are recording the meeting, go back and look at your speech and see, and you can count the number of ahs and ums. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you. Well, according to you, then we don't need to have an counter. Everybody just counted their own arms. All right. And then next one, I would like to invite our grammarian, Damaray. How did we do with our grammar today?
Oh, actually pretty good. 3 people, as far as I know, used the word dauntless. June, Iris, and Brad said in a subtle way that June used the word, like the word of the day. I thought, oh, that is so clever. I never would have thought of that. Anyway, so and then let's see, just a moment. I don't feel as organized as I generally am. When Dan was commenting on Iris' speech, I like the word mind-boggling, because discussing Social Security is mind-boggling. So I thought that was a good word. Yeah. And then with Iris, I liked when she was asking the questions for table topics, and it came to the second question. She goes, "Who wants to tackle our second topic speech?" Which is very encouraging. It made me smile.
Yeah, that's
Also,
Julia.
in her speech, I liked how she paused, effective pauses. I loved her comparisons when she asked questions to the audience. It really kept us uh, in focus because discussing Social Security is not an easy topic from my point of view. She used great words like tax consequence, multi-year execution. I love how she ended the speech because I thought, how is she going to get all of this in the little bit of time she had? And she and she said, more to come. There is more to come in her second speech. So I personally thought that was brilliant. And with June, I liked that word positive buzz. That was very encouraging, and her speech is very moving. In fact, I can't wait to see it. And then Brad, he used his table topic speech was very funny, especially when he used the expression, "You broke my brain." I never heard of that. And then also he used the word exercise self-control. I thought it was a very funny impromptu speech. That's it for now.
Thank you, Dawn Marie. Wow, that was a very comprehensive report. And now let's invite our timer today. Our timer is our last minute timer, Jeff. Thank you for
Last
volunteering.
minute is quite correct.
Yeah, really last minute, literally last minute. So would you like to come over here to tell how we do with our timer? Yes, let's welcome Jeff.
All right, here we go. So Iris, you actually came in pretty well. I mean, at 5 minutes and 53 seconds. So that's not bad. I mean, that's not bad at all. Gosh, okay. And then what's your name again? I'm sorry. June. June, you were, I believe, 6 minutes and 43 seconds. So that's pretty good too. Mark, on your impromptu speech, you were 1 minute exactly. Me, I was, of course, had to be long-winded again, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Although I will say, when the French Revolution happened, in the three estates, the third estate had the dauntless task of actually asserting their rights, just to note. So, okay, who else was the 43 seconds? Brad, you were 43 seconds. Not bad at all. Wait, that's not you. That's not Brad. That's
Brad as the table topic speaker.
was he?
Yeah.
I thought, okay, you were 43 seconds. So then speech evaluators. Dan, 3 minutes, 12 seconds. Brad, you were 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Not bad. Not bad at all. So there we go.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for keeping our meeting on track. And last but not least, we have our listener. Today, our listener is Anne. Question.
Okay, so a few questions. First of all, from Iris's speech, what is the ratio of workers to retirees now?
3 to 1.
3 to 1. Yes.
Excellent. How does June intend to measure the success of her public relations strategy?
I don't know the
Ticket sales.
Ticket sales, yeah.
ticket. Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Good. To evaluate her
Where is
presentation.
where is Mark going on his trip?
Greece.
And what holiday is on Jeff's birthday?
French Revolution. Independence.
Yes, steel day.
Bastille Day.
Yeah.
And what month would Brad change the start of summer to?
No
Same.
change.
Even
No change. Yeah.
That was my trick question. Thank you. Back to you, Madam General
Thank
Evaluator.
you. Cool. All right. What a successful meeting we had, right? Yeah. So I will start with say something very quick because we only have 5 minutes. For our speech evaluator, Dan, I always like your relaxed style when you giving evaluation. And then so you point out that about Iris's speaking style and her relaxed and a conversational style. And then you also comment about her visual cues. You had a lot of nice things to say, right? And then one thing I want to because my suggestion, right, at the general evaluation is Iris's speech project is a body language, effective body language. So for the ratio, for the time you have, and for the contents of your speech, I would like you to focus more on the body language part, and because your speaking style or the content, anything, and that's probably is another project. So basically focusing on the project will save you a lot of time and it's more targeted. So maybe you can comment more. You did touch upon her gesture or, or body language or something. So maybe you can say, in terms of your gesture, your movement or your eye contact, several things, and point out where she did well with those part, and then maybe some part she can improve with her body language. So one thing is just like a focus. Okay, but overall, and you were very positive and give a lot of good, said a lot of good things to encourage Iris. That's very good. Thank you for that. And for Brad, you also, you are very good at giving evaluations, and you talk about the organization, and then mentioned June's very engaging, all the good things. So one little thing for you, I would like to say, everyone, no matter how long we are Toastmaster or how experienced we are, there's always something for us to improve. So give some suggestions for improvement. And then you did say that there's narrow down a little bit or something. So maybe organize that, say good things and what the speaker did well, and what you thought she could work on more, and give another piece of encouragement, positive encouragement, and just like a sandwich style. All right. So all in all, and I think you speech evaluators did a wonderful job to giving your feedback, your opinion, to the speakers, and we all learned from you. Thank you. And then I would like also to thank our counter, Mark, and that was also a last minute, and so Jeff for the timer, and then actually, there's always some change for the meeting, and no matter the rule or people cannot make it at last minute, so it was you that took the role at last minute and saved our meeting to ensure our meeting ran smoothly. So I appreciate that. And for our counter, no, not our counter, our grammarian, Damarie, you always have so much good things to say about each speakers, and you paid a close attention to everyone. And I like the words of your day you choose. However, I didn't get a chance to use it. And so thank you for pointing out that. And then for our table topic master, Julia, first time table topic, you did a wonderful job. And I liked you have prepared so many top questions for people to choose. And then your topics are related to our theme about summer. That is something you did really good, because your questions always need to have something related to the theme. Okay, good job with that. And then who did I didn't say? Timer, account. Listener, yeah, listener, and yeah, good questions. You even tricked us. But we were not that easy to be tricked, we are smart. But And anyway, I think we had a great meeting today. Everyone participated, and then we all enjoyed our something. I hope you all learned something today, right? Nice. And then now I'm going to give to the control to our Toastmaster, Pat.
Great, thank you, Sally. Okay, we're out of time, but I just want to quickly, I want to look at next week's agenda, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Let me call this up.
Oh, yeah, sure. And then, yeah, sorry, my bad. And Julia has our best table topics announcement. Julia, come right here. Yeah. So the best.
I'll say it really quickly, but came very close. But our table topics winner this week is Brad. Congratulations. Your prize is that you get to keep the power to change the start of summer.
Nice. Thank you, Julia. Thank